Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Gill Plays Kingdom Maker. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all of your previous views, likes, comments, suggestions, subscriptions, and all of that jazz. Today we're going to be just talking about refining. Now, I've had a few questions, a few comments on the YouTube, also a few questions from Alliance members and other people in the game about refining and getting those common and rare and refined materials. Now, obviously, we get our materials, our raw ores, our raw things by mining. Mining is a relatively easy thing to do, and if you are doing nothing else in the game, then you should be mining. There are nodes all over the map, obviously up in the higher levels, above level 10 counties or states. Counties, I think they're called, have nodes. We can see one just over here somewhere. Where is it? It was here. There it is. Fantastic. Here we have a ruby ore mining hub, and we can see by clicking on the various nodes that we can extract various amounts of ruby in order to process that. My guys will be mining pretty much at least 10 to 12 hours a day. So once I've kind of done my daily tasks, once I've done all the things I need to do, I will set them to mine, and then every 2 to 3 hours or so I will come back, recall them, and set them out to mine again. This produces an enormous amount of material. We need this material, okay? All of these kind of materials in here are used to do various things. Most especially the common and uncommon bronze are used for a lot of the upgrades once you get to higher levels. So getting a good head start on refining as much material as you can is super important. We can see here, keep level 18. I'm just about to upgrade this baby, but I am short of uncommon bronze. We can see up here, I'm only holding one at the moment. And that is needed in order to do this upgrade. A lot of the materials in here are now needed, and also I think common bronze is needed to do most of your training of tier 3 troops. So how do we get those materials? Well, we refine them in the refinery here. This little thing here, there is no actual refinery building. There is just this little logo icon on the side, and this is where we do all of our refining. Now, there are 7 types, I guess, currently at the level that I am at of refining processes, and each of them has a cooldown. Now we can see up here common materials, refined bronze, refined salt, and refined ruby. The cooldown is roughly 8 to 10 hours. I believe that can be sped up with research. We can see here this first gap, this first rack, this first line, I don't know what it's called, will take 3,000 raw ore and refine it into a mix of common and uncommon materials based on a ratio I don't know and can't seem to bloody work out. If we click on this and it says 50 common salt and 25 uncommon salt, that's not necessarily what we'll get. I think that's just a guide of what the chances are you will get. Maybe a 50 to 25, 58 to 29, 58 to 29. So I think basically it's saying you've got a double the chance of getting common salt as you do of getting uncommon salt when you refine this, whereas at this level, bonus common materials, it's slightly different. You've got a higher chance. 29 times 2 is what? Is 58, I guess. Yeah, okay. So it's the same, actually. It's double the amount. Double the chance of getting the common material as getting the uncommon material. So doing either of this, the common material refining or the bonus common material refining, doesn't seem to make much of a difference in terms of the result and getting the uncommon stuff. Now, the uncommon stuff is obviously the things it's harder to get and you're going to need more of down the line. Now, we can see that we can do both of these, and why would we then do this one? Basically, it's just a way, I guess, a quicker way of using up, and it does say bonus, so I do think you are going to get a little bit higher common materials. Now, we can see currently that I have enough to do bronze down here, salt down here, and ruby, as well as doing ruby up here and salt up here as well. Bronze I did last night before going to bed. So I have to wait for this chance. But if you are mining a lot, basically, effectively, this is going to give you 6 chances per day to refine your materials. Now, that means you're going to have to mine a minimum of 15,000, yeah? because if you want 6 chances, if you want to be able to use this button, then you've got to have at least 3,000. If you want to be able to use this button, you've got to have at least 12,000. 12 plus 3 is 15. So you're going to need 15,000 in ores in order to do this. Now, 15,000 in ores is not too hard to get, but as we can see, and obviously this will be different for everybody depending on your noble level, if they're collier and all that kind of stuff, and different buffs going on. But if we just speed this baby up for a second, bam, bam, and then we go and set her to mine, we'll see how much she's going to mine within an hour. So come on, where's the mine? There's one over here, I think. Yeah, cool. So if we click on here, okay, so the extraction is 18,000 base level. If we click on her, we can now see that she can carry 7,684 worth of ores, and she will extract at a rate of 2,500 per hour. So to fill that up is going to take, what is that, 5,000? It's going to take 3 and a bit hours for her to extract the maximum amount, 7,684. Now, we need 15,000 of any particular ore per day in order to maximize the chances of refining twice. So that means that if it's going to take 3 hours to get to 7,500, we need to do that twice. So it's roughly going to take 6 to 7 hours of mining per day at my best level miner. You can see my other miners are not as good. They won't carry as much, and they're going to take a lot longer to do it. So with my best miner, a minimum of 6 to 7 hours mining per day will result in at least 15,000 of any of the raw ores that I choose her to mine for. With the other guys, we're probably looking at somewhere like 8 to 10 hours. So this is going to take 1,800. This is roughly, to fill up that much is roughly 2.5 to 3 hours. So yeah, probably 9 hours minimum for this guy to produce 15,000 in ore. So, as I said, my guys roughly mine about 10 hours a day. I found that that's kind of the sweet spot, which means I'm roughly doing a mine cycle, as I call it in my head, 3 times a day. It's send them out for mining, 2.5 hours later, call them all back, send them out for mining, 2.5 hours later, call them all back, send them out mining. If I do that 3 times a day, then I usually have enough ore in order to process twice. Okay, so once up here, once down there. Now, processing is just, as far as I can tell, a luck thing based on a formula that I don't know and I can't seem to work out. But if we're going to click on here, we'll see that if we open this, bam, we got 6 uncommon and 334 common bronze. That used up all of our material and gives us a cooldown of about 10 hours. I do believe it's 10 hours for both of these. That is not enough bronze. Damn. I was hoping we'd get some more uncommon bronze. Have we got much left? Which one's the bronze again? This one. No, that's salt. This one. Yeah, we've got 36. So in an hour or so, how long is it? In an hour and 24, we can do and roll this again. Now, because we have 36, that will give us, 12 chances. So 12 times we can kind of do this. Now, it doesn't do it one by one. If we're going to click this 14, it's just going to process all of that salt. Bam, and give me back what we've got due there. Like so. It didn't actually, it processed. How much did that, wait a second. Because it should have used up all of that, no? Interesting. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. So, this says I can do 17 times, yeah? So 17 times 3 is, oh man, math on camera. It's 34, it's 41. Yeah, it's 41. It's 51. 51,000 ruby. Let's have a quick look. And we have 52,000 ruby. So if I press that button, we should end up with 1,000 ruby left, yeah? Open. 10 common. It did not. How many did it do then? 49,000. It just did 3,000. So it'll only, okay, all right. That's kind of annoying. It only does it once. So even if it says I have 4 chances here, so 4 times to do this, it's actually only going to do it once. So I'm actually sitting on an enormous amount of material that's going to take me a quite long time to refine, even if I never mine again. Considering I've got 50,000 of the ruby, I can mine 3 more times, which is basically 1.5 days. Interesting. Okay, so if we do that, yeah, okay, and then that's done. That should have taken 12,000 off, and we should be left with 30 something. Yeah, 37,000. So then I can do 12 3 more times, and that's 10-hour cooldown. So that's 30 hours before I can use up all of this if I don't go mining again. Same with this one, and pretty much they're all exactly the same level. Okay, interesting. Good to know. Good to know. I kind of felt that it was doing multiple refinings at the same time. I hadn't really thought about it too hard. That's why it's taking so long to get this damn common bronze. I thought it'd be quicker. Okay, fair enough. Well, I learned something there today. But effectively what I'm trying to say is that you want to maximize your chances, so you can press each one of these every 10 hours. So that does mean mining for a minimum of 8 to 10 hours per army per day, in order to maximize the amount of material that you are producing. As we can see, I mean, I've been doing this, but as we can see, I am short uncommon bronze nearly every day. So it's something that you have to keep up with, and you have to kind of rotate. I also think it is wise, maybe not, but maybe so, but I like to have my like common and uncommon on separate like opposite times, you know what I mean? So I wait 8 to 9 hours before I'll, this one I can press in an hour, and then this one will be ready in 8 or 9 hours. So at least twice a day I'm doing this, as opposed to doing it, waiting every 24 hours to do it together or something like that, if you know what I mean. Now, down the bottom, there is also the refining thing, and some people have said to me, oh, you didn't talk about refining in the gold refining in the gold episode. That's because I've never received any gold ore. I've never seen any gold ore, and I've been mining consistently for a very, very long time. Sometimes found in mines. I definitely haven't found any. One more thing to note is you will notice that up here, emeralds I've started mining, and sulfur I've started mining. Now those are things that I don't require as yet. They are higher level. I don't know when we'll need them, probably pretty soon. But I thought it's best, once I've completed all of my standard mining, to get my guys and send them right up north here, and mine a bit of emerald, just so I start to build up a stock of the things that I might need for the future. So that's a good kind of tip for you, if so to speak, getting prepared. Anyway, I hope that kind of helped a little bit about the refining. Well, what we're kind of trying to say is mine a lot, refine twice a day. Well, refine probably 4 times a day if you time it right. Yeah, that's the gist of this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that kind of helped you. I'd love to work out the ratio of what the chances are. What's the dice roll of getting common and uncommon when you press these buttons, and whether or not they're different. I think they must be different because this says bonus, but I wonder what the percentages are, because it doesn't really explain. That's just a straight 100% better, isn't it? Double the chance. Anyway, let me know that down below if you've got any questions or comments or any of that sort of stuff, guys. Clicking that like button, commenting really super helps. Subscribe if you want to. I'll catch you next time. Bye.